Hi, I'm Jason, and this is the Cultural Breakdown. So, no point in tiptoeing around it. Let's just jump into this. Is Gwen Stacy a trans girl in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? Some fans think so. This is according to the Mary Stu. Gwen Stacy has returned in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and incredibly, she's even better than she was in the first movie, Into the Spider-Verse. Gwen, aka Spider-Woman, is a drum-playing, Chuck's-wearing, reality-hopping web-slinger, and some fans have spotted clues that she may be trans. The theory started to circulate on Twitter on Thursday, June 1st, when the movie had its soft release in theaters nationwide. I don't know if there is crazy to say this, but I feel Gwen might be trans. Whether she actually is or not isn't doesn't make me mad, but if she is, I hope she shines more light on it. Okay. The evidence in the movie is subtle, but once you see it, you can't deny that there's something there. Yeah, and I even went over into Twitter to check this kind of stuff out. Gwen Stacy is trans. Her whole arc is a trans allegory. The colors are the trans flag, but most telling, her white cop dad wears trans colors on his uniform. No effing cop is that much of an ally unless they have a trans family member. Yeah, this seems to be what they're talking about. This right here, it looks like his badge is right there, and then you have what appears to be the trans flag. Uh, but then I saw this other post right here. I was wondering why the supposed trans flag on Gwen Stacy's father uniform looked off to me. Then I rewatched the trailer and saw that they were actually insignias, ribbons for achievements, which makes a lot more sense. Yeah, and if you can see this is him from earlier in the movie where you see it's not a trans flag, it's just his ribbons because cops in New York have it like that. Yeah, so same thing. And then this is the picture they're talking about with this badge, and it's like I mean, this is a bad example, but it is pretty much just like ribbons and things like this. It's not a trans flag right here, so uh, this whole thing kind of goes out the water. Gwen Stacy's a trans Spider Person in the Spider Person. Yeah, thank you. No, she's Spider Woman, but sure, Spider Person in the Spider Verse. Gwen Stacy's the first trans Spider Person. I like how they're going with the Spider Person narrative now. Oh, it's the trans colors. That would actually be funny if she jumps on like. I remember there's a scene in the Raimi Spider-Man. He's like jumping on. He's like on a flagpole with the flag waving. I would just love it if she did something like that. But there was this trans flag waving there because it like took place in Pride Month or something like that. I don't know. That'd just be hilarious. Even cis fans have a right to say Gwen Stacy is trans, even if the movie never outright confirms she's trans, even if the movie doesn't confirm it. MFers be like, Gwen Stacy's a trans, and then there's this whole 4-minute sequence in the movie where she's just the trans flag colors. Okay. There's a sequence that takes place at night. In nighttime, they tend to make things bluer in movies to try to show that it's nighttime, even though blue isn't the color of night. That's just what movies do. The pink is just to contrast with that, and also because she's a girl, so she has the typical pink colors. That is just sexism right there. Yeah. You go to a maternity ward, and the maternity wards are trans because all the babies are either wrapped in blue or pink. Gwen Stacy from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is trans and bi. She's bi now. Uses her pronouns she, her pronouns. She is the first trans Spider Person in the Spider Verse. They really need this to happen. People are obsessed with this trans Gwen Stacy. You're so real to me. Oh, but she's a fictional character. I mean, what to me she's real? Okay, yeah, she has this flag because she's just someone who likes to follow trends. I mean, that's kind of her personality. I mean, if it was 10 years ago, she wouldn't have had this here because that wasn't the thing at the time for amongst young people. But yeah, you do you. We have already claimed Gwen Stacy as ours. Oh no, that means she's gonna kill herself soon. Spider-Man is a beautiful film about acceptance, family, and coming to terms with your identity. Yeah, that's actually true. I mean, I agree with that part. This is what happens when you actually let comic fans make something truly special. And yes, Gwen's sister. All right, you lost me there. I mean, is it possible that the movie can come out later on and say that she is? Sure. I mean, I've seen movies do things like that. I mean, but does it really matter for her character? No. And in all honesty, what this is just a narcissistic personality. Is people can't empathize with the character unless they see themselves in them in like a one-for-one recreation or in some form like that. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I could identify with people that had nothing to do with me because that's what a well-written character is. You don't have to identify with them in every aspect of their life, or even a close. You can even have nothing to identify with them. Maybe just like one thing that you can empathize with, and that's it. That's all you need. In a well-written character, you can you can empathize with them. But if you're like, I can't I don't like this character if I can't see myself in them, well then that's your problem, or it's just bad writing. But you don't. This whole thing, like, you have to have representation. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's just it is just bad writing, flat out. And yeah, and I remember I saw this earlier. Gwen Stacy is trans. I know it's just a low blow, but I mean it was just kind of funny to me. And then, but just before I close out, remember this is a pedophile flag too. Okay, so kids, if you see this, run away from these people and tell an adult that you trust, because this is a dangerous person and they should be in jail. But that is just my thought on this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Thank you.